I really appreciate the fact that Christ is the one that brings us our peace and our sense of decency and order, and He is the foundation of our truth, and He is not a game player. Everything that He says and does is solid. And, you know, the whole book of John, he walks around saying, I tell you the truth, I tell you the truth, I tell you the truth. And I've never heard anybody talk like that, like him. This order that he brings is good for a sound mind. It is, you know that with Christ, he's just the good, you know. There is no shadow of turning with him. You don't have to worry that he's going to be off on a tangent in a bad mood and do something other than what his character and nature and word have assured you. You know what I'm saying? He's faithful. He tells that to the Church of Philadelphia in his names that he gives. He said, or titles that are, well, I think they could double for names. I am faithful and I am true. He is the faithful husbandman, bridegroom, and he is the truth. He is the truth. And the world is really entering into this. It feels like the Twilight Zone. It feels like a cultish Twilight Zone where everything is topsy-turvy, strange, double-tongue. Nothing makes sense. Everything is a big fat giant lie. They tell you one thing one day and then they retreat from that and they tell you the exact opposite the next day. They have you vacillating back and forth on an uneven floor of reality because this is the framework and the tools by which the devil uses. When people say the devil doesn't exist, I laugh. Oh my word. Me and my husband, we laugh and we laugh and we laugh. His people and his management system for this planet. Wow. Big giant liars. And so everything that is being done is this, again, it's just Twilight Zone. Listen to this. Deborah picked this up over there at stopthecrime.net. World Economic Forum admits you will own nothing. And I have no idea if in all the videos that I've done and talked about, if we've included this, I really don't recall. Because there's just so much information. But this is the weird cult that humanity is going to have to belong to as children of Adam with their human-based solutions that are not solutions at all. You will own nothing and you'll be happy. Well, that's your neo-communism that's coming. And this is really just a ploy to steal all your stuff, to give it to the rich and the wealthy oligarchy, plutocracy, rich fat cats above you, who on top of that are religious zealots and theocracy, nutbags. I'm not going to get into all of this because I'm actually just trying to produce a really quick to the point video, but I'm sitting here watching the first couple minutes of this Knesset Bible Study Caucus Jerusalem Foundation by Yehuda Glick, and they are bringing this governmental plus religion oriented rule. And it's coming. If you can understand everything that we've talked about with Noahide, it's scary things are coming for those who will be here for it. The whole world is going to be brought into this ginormous religious deception of those that will be here for it, the children of Adam. The children of God have nothing to do with this 7-year dispensation of wrath, anger, judgment, and correction, the rod of correction. Isaiah talks about the rod of correction. The children of God have done what they were asked to do, which was repent and believe in the blood, the death, burial, and resurrection of Jesus Christ for the forgiveness of sins, for a reboot into a spiritual rebirth for the one new mankind. Check. Did that. But for those who have not, this 7-year correction is coming, and the whole thing is going to be about this religious deception where these hypocritical evil bad guys at the very top in this theocracy take all your stuff. And because they don't label it communism, and they have stolen this understanding out of so many people's minds that didn't do their research and didn't do their history. Of course, they want to get rid of the older people that know their history. And then you have all these universities and schools and organizations that have made, communism and socialism, especially. Socialism is just communism light, to be palatable and to look good. And so these people are being taken advantage of. I'll just play like 2 minutes of this. This is scary when you consider that Lucifer's the thing that he wants is worship.
The fourth section of the Torah reading of Genesis, where we come to understand the discomfort that Abraham's wife Sarah has with Ishmael living in their household. She demands that Abraham send away Ishmael, as well as his mother Hagar. And of course, this does not sit well with Abraham. Vayera hadavar me'od beinei Avraham aladot beno. This did not sit well with Abraham. Abraham loved his son Ishmael, and he did not want to send him away. God tells him, listen to your wife. Kol Hashem yomar lecha Sarah shma b'kola. Ki b'yitzchak yikrei lecha Zara. Whatever Sarah said, listen to your wife, which is generally advice that has remained sound for the past 3,500 years. So he said, listen to your wife. And Abraham does that, and he sends away Hagar and Ishmael, and he sets them afoot in the desert, in the arid desert, in the heat. And they have a pitcher of water, and the water evaporates. And Hagar sends her son to sit down, sit here in the shade. She says, I do not want to see my son die. She sends him away. She has him sit under some shade. And she raises her voice and she cries. Then we have some very interesting text. The text then reads, Vayishma Elokim et kol hanar. Who said that the Nar said anything? This is God heard the voice of the child. We don't know anything about the child saying anything. It was Hagar, the mother, who raised her voice and she wept. The Torah tells us that God heard the voice of the child. So something's happening here.
Wait a minute. No. Let's see, not 18. Go to 21. He's lying. I don't remember the boy saying a word. Hold on. So, verse 9, we're in Genesis 21. And Sarah saw the son of Hagar the Egyptian, which she had born unto Abraham mocking. 10, wherefore she said unto Abraham, cast out this bondwoman and her son, get rid of these slaves, for the son of the bondwoman shall not be. Oh, look, there's that word we study all the time on my channel. An heir, be heir with my son, even with Isaac. Supernatural birth, big deal. And the thing was very grievous in Abraham's sight because of his son. He consulted with God, let it not be grievous in thy sight because of the lad, because of thy bondwoman, and all that Sarah has said unto thee. Every woman loves this. Hearken unto your wife. Listen to your wife. I'm loving it. For in Isaac shall thy seed be called. Ooh, Paul starts talking about that kind of stuff in Genesis, Romans 8. There is a greater Isaac coming, so to speak. A greater heir coming through Christ, and then the children that Christ bring forth. 13, and also the son of the bondwoman will I make a nation, because he is thy seed. So that's pretty amazing. God keeps that promise. So he boots him out. Getting. Trying to pull the page down. Okay, 16, right? Okay, 15. The water was spent in the bottle. It doesn't say it evaporated. He made that up. I assume they drank it all. It's the desert. Hello. And she cast the child under one of the shrubs. 16. And she went and she and sat her down over against him, away off, as it were, a bow shot. I don't know what that means. For she, look at all these she pronouns. Let me not see the death of my child. And she sat over against him and lift up her voice and wept. I am not seeing the voice of Ishmael. See how these rabbis just add things in where they choose to? And God is beautiful. He's kind to her. God opens her eyes. She saw a well of water. She went and filled the bottle with water and gave the lad a drink. So I don't know if there was already water there and she just hadn't seen it yet and started freaking out, or God made it appear, or I'm really not clear. It says God opened her eyes. I don't really understand exactly what that means, and I wasn't there. But suffice it to say, the thing that she asked for as the recipient of, well, the seed that came from Adam, that came from Abraham, that procured this child, there was even favor at that point given unto that child, because God is a sweetheart, even though that wasn't the heir. So, see, he's lying. He's lying. Now, this is an hour-long Bible study, and we're not going to sit and listen to this whole thing. I don't know even where they're going to go with this, but you can see that they're already adding in text because they really don't care. This is what they do. And the fact that, key point, they are growing in this theocracy and pairing up the Bible and religious, how do I want to say this? Religious, well, you're going to obey us and we have the Bible to make you. Like that whole thing. That is very, very, very scary for those who will be here. So I don't want to keep listening to him, especially since he just lied. So lying is like a major part of this kingdom of darkness coming. And it says here, you'll own nothing and you'll be happy. And he's smiling. This is so culty. Whatever you want, whatever you want, you'll rent, and it'll be delivered by drone. Okay. Creepy. The U.S. won't be the world's leading superpower. Are you down with that, America? You're good with that? A handful of communist countries will dominate. And what's the one that's just like right smack dab in your face there? That's Turkey's flag, and that's their Ishtar. Before there was Allah, it was Ishtar, the moon goddess. And of course our flag, and I'm sorry, I don't really know the other flags very well. You won't die waiting for an organ donor. Well, you'll die. You won't get what you want. They're big fat liars, remember? We won't transplant organs. We'll print new ones instead with the 3D printers. Wow. They're trying to paint this as like this wonderful utopia. We're going to take all your problems away. We're going to meet your every need. Because that's what we've always been about. Meeting your needs, people.
Imagine Dragons getting off this. New this definitely. Imagine Dragons.
That's that has to do with no hide compliance. It will go that direction. Polluters will have to pay to emit carbon dioxide. That's what you breathe out. To get the game that's being played. That's what you exhale. carbon dioxide. It's a natural waste product.
Still doing it.
Okay.
I'm leaving.
No.
That's literally the only thing that...
We breathe in oxygen, O2, to fuel organs and tissues, and the end product is CO2. The balance between these two gases is required for a healthy body. Just drink that in a minute. This is all about greed. This is demonic. It'll help make you history.
My mom doesn't like this. I don't either. So my mom said that I didn't have to do it.
Oh, that's okay. It was just meant to help you learn how to do a triplet. That's the whole point of that.
Well, now you know I don't like it.
Thank you. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to move on. On our Veterans Day assessment,
You're being broken down.
we're going to be doing our silent. So let's practice. They have to be at the feet from your belly up. Okay. So the citizens will do this. This means people in sign language. Citizens with honor. Honor. Faith is the down like that. Faith
They're doing it.
and standing like somebody standing again. Tall. Okay, try that. Faith,
No.
standing, tall.
He did the...
Now, however, many of you have you guys seen Doctor Strange movie? When he opens up the time stone, he does this.
Yeah.
In sign language, this means freedom, to break free from chains.
Yes,
Our
I'm.
freedom,
Oh, like Jesus breaks us free from
There's a bug
chains.
over there. There's a bug over there.
because you all came through.
There's a bug over there. Can you go kill it,
Thank
please?
you, thank you, thank you to you. And
There's
then
a bug over there.
Shh, it's a fly. Who cares?
Thank you, thank you to you, and then that's it. You guys ready to try it? We'll try it one time through it, then we'll record it. Okay?
You don't have to do that one sign with your hands. What movie? Doctor Strange?
Mhm.
The witchcraft movie, Doctor Strange? Oh, that movie? No. That is a witchcraft movie.
Oh, I lied to leave. I'm loud?
Yes. Don't interrupt, just get out. I thought he meant, this other thing that I can't remember. Did he say Doctor Strange?
Mhm.
And he was doing the 666 thing?
Mm-hmm. You did that. For hand sign. Veteran.
Okay, go start on your math. Go start on your math. So his lesson entailed bringing up the Believer song and then leading you guys through with Breaking Chains of Freedom and the Doctor Strange witchcraft movie? Go do your math.
Okay, 1 second. I'm stressed out. My slime helps me calm down.
I thought he was talking. Oh, I hate that frickin' movie. That's straight out witchcraft. That is New Age witchcraft. I thought he was talking about that stupid Jonathan! What is that? Come here, please. Come help me for a second.
I'm trying to do work in mental life class.
You are? Never mind. Go away.
Oh, just moving to...
What is that British show with the guy with the tesseracts and all that?
What's a tesseract?
What is that British time travel show with
Doctor Who?
Thank you. Okay. I thought he meant Doctor Who. He said Doctor Strange, didn't he? That is the most demonic piece of crap. Buddhist, New Age piece of crap, crappington. So what the hell did that have to do with what he... I hate your school.
Yeah, I do too. Once they were trying to make me do Jedi crap.
Yeah. Well, this is the government institution, and they don't give a crap about Jesus Christ.
Are you recording?
It's oh, I guess I am still. My kid's school is trying to get them into weird stuff, so we just got her out, and I forgot I was still recording. Well, you just got to hear it.
Sorry about that.
That's fine.
Well, if you didn't hear from other videos, I'm your daughter.
Okay, first things first, I'm going to say all the words inside
We're
my
still
head.
recording.
Shh. I'm fired up. Well, the topic of today is the Twilight Zone. I'm fired up and tired of the way that things have been. Ooh. Oh, you mean like Christianity? The way that things have been. Ooh. Second, don't you tell me what you think that I could be. I'm the one at the sail. I'm the master of my sea. No, you're not.
I think I've asked.
I was broken from a young age, taking my sulking to the masses, writing my poem for the few that look at me, took to me, shook to me, feeling me, singing from my heartache from the pain. This guy's in Rainbow Mafia too.
Mom,
What?
actually, there's a thing where they put. If you don't know what FNAF is, it's a game made.
No. I don't want to go in that direction right now.
Somebody made a Springtrap of Believer.
Okay, stop, please. Singing from my heartache. No, wait, where was I? That look at me, took to me, shook me, feeling me, singing from my heartache from the pain, taking my message from the veins, speaking my lesson from the brain, seeing the beauty through that pain. You made me a believer, pain. You break me down and build me up, believer, pain. This sounds to me like he's talking smack to Christians or somebody that was involved in his life and that went weird, and is blaming Christianity for something. Build me up, oh, let my bullets fly. Oh, let them rain my life.
Let my bullets fly?
Yeah. And this is an appropriate song for children's music?
They even were trying to force me into doing frickin' Jedi crap in gym class.
Okay, hold on. See, they're sneakily trying to crack on Christianity.
It's a fly.
I don't care.
It's on your plant. It's on your...
Okay, see, this guy's major Rainbow Mafia. This is the cover of the album, Evolve, and they flipped the E. Yeah, the person is being levitated up or drawn up into the light. This is what he wants to introduce the children to. And then he started referencing the movie, what is it called? Doctor Strange. I thought he meant Doctor Who at all. He's teaching them sign language, and then he has the kids start doing the 666 with both hands. And my daughter's getting more and more nervous walking over by me because they do this, school online. And he's talking about how this has something to do with the sign of like breaking out of freedom or something. And what was this supposed to be about Veterans Day or something? Supposedly.
One was for a practice of whatever it's called, and then second thing is they were doing hand signs for Veterans Day, and then they start doing it like that.
I don't know what that one is. What does that mean?
I don't know, but they did the full thing. They did the full thing together.
Okay. Well, okay. Hold on.
Oh.
Third things third, send a prayer to the ones up above. And who is that? All the hate that you've heard has turned your spirit to a dove. Ooh, ooh. Your spirit is above. Ooh, ooh. I was choking in the crowd, living my brain up in the loud. What is that? Is it falling?
That sounds like the ooh sounds like Yoko Ono.
Yeah. We don't like her
Ono
either.
singing.
Falling like ashes to the ground, hoping my feelings they would drown, but they never did, ever lived, ebbing and flowing, inhibited and limited. This is what is appropriate for children, and my daughter stood up for herself, which I'm very proud of, and she said, I don't like this song, and my mom doesn't like this song. Hold on. Please. Hold on. I want to show you this guy. I don't know what his name is. Imagine Dragons LGBTQ. See, this is what they want to introduce the children to. See, he's, ow, you just squished my foot. See, he's got his little rainbow mafia flag. This is their rebellion to God.
And great, something I don't need to see.
Okay, well, go over there, please. Go do your math. And then see their little puppets. Out.com, that's their magazine. So this is what the school wants to draw your children into. His name is Dan. And he doesn't like that God restrains us. See, look at this. They have it all painted up. So my daughter just got out of the meet.
Yeah, they were. Again, back before COVID was here at school, real school, once at PE, they were doing some frickin' Jedi crap. And then at music, they literally gave us poles to swing around as lightsabers. And I was forced to do it.
They're doing this underneath parents' noses.
So I had to do it because I was forced to do it.
Yeah, and so they don't care about the Christian children. They don't care. What? Kesha to headline Dan Reynolds LGBTQ. What does that say? Festival Live Love. So, okay, so he does festivals. And they want to introduce my daughter to this garbage. That is evil.
There's a fly by you.
Drama. Okay, here he is wearing a skirt. So the school is definitely utilizing this issue of influencing, 9-year-olds towards this guy with that type of music.
That was in 4th grade. And then the Jedi crap was in 3rd grade.
Yeah, these people are evil. And they're offending Jesus's children, but they don't care.
And there I was thinking that my school had Christians in it.
No, well, anyhow.
Literally.
Okay, wow. You know, supposedly this Believer song was a song that he chose to teach them some type of certain beat, as if that's the only song that he could have told them. And then I think what he was doing was actually teaching them, through sign language, witchcraft with the hands tied to this message that is found within the Believer lyrics. The award means far more to me than any accolade or accomplishment in my music or life. I want the Rainbow Mafia youth to know that they are whole and beautiful. None of us are whole and beautiful. Jesus is whole and beautiful and offering that to us. You're a stumbling block. I stand by their sides and will do all in my power to be both an ally and an advocate and a friend. Love is love. Well, homosexual sex is not love. In fact, it's incredibly dangerous. In fact, it is probably one of the most unloving things you could direct and lure children into, just from a medical standpoint. And there is a book called, You're Teaching My Child. What? By a medical professional. Hold on. Not reaching. They are trying to reach my children, but they're doing a miserable job.
Velasquez did it.
Why?
It's because he wanted to choose a song that most kids liked.
I
So
don't care.
apparently, I was thinking that most of the students in my school were Christian.
No.
And apparently not.
No. Oh, it's this book right here. You're teaching my child what? A physician exposes the lies of sex ed and how they harm your child. Written back in 2009, and it's by medical doctor Miriam Grossman, and it's good. And she goes in and shows that the second most dangerous behavior on the face of the earth is the sexual, I don't want to say it all right now, so I'm just going to leave it very basic. Rainbow Mafia, male stuff, and that's all I'm going to say. With only intravenous needle use being number one. And it is not safe to teach people. Yeah, go run to your destruction with that. And so this is a medical expert who is talking about this stuff, and it's actually a really, really, really good book.
Have you ever crossed paths with someone momentarily, exchanged a few words, and then discovered you can't forget their face or something they said? That's what I'm going through now. Several months ago, I gave a talk about sexual health to college students, and a girl in the audience made an astonishing comment. Her words and her eyes haunt me to this day. I'd been invited to speak at a small private college outside Philadelphia. The auditorium was filled to capacity, with students sitting in the aisles and leaning against the walls. It was a lively crowd, but when I stepped up to the podium, it fell silent. They knew I wasn't there with another safer sex talk. Why fly me in from across the country to tell them things they can recite in their sleep? They invited me because I'm the doctor bringing the science they'd never heard, the biochemistry of trust and attachment, how ovulation is affected by a man's scent, why a young cervix is easily infected. They'd learn that evening that with or without protection, sex is a serious matter, especially for girls, that a single encounter can have profound, lifelong consequences. I was there to teach the biology that was omitted from their safer sex training. It was a no-nonsense, politically incorrect approach to a subject close to their hearts, and they hung on to each word from start to finish. Afterwards, I asked for questions, and a number of hands shot up. What about the HPV vaccine? There's reason to hope it will prevent a great deal of disease, I said. But it's not a cure-all. Girls, I told them, you should be vaccinated even if you've already been sexually active. Next came a complaint. You assume everyone is heterosexual. You should be less heteronormative. This was not the right time for a discussion about the politically correct notion of heteronormality, so I just thanked the student for his comment and added that the highest rates of sexually transmitted infections are found in gay men and bisexuals, and the lowest in lesbians. Then, a dark-haired girl in the front row raised her hand. I'm a perfect example of what you talked about. I always used condoms, but I got HPV anyway, and it's one of the high-risk types. I had an abnormal pap test, and next week I'm going to have a colposcopy. She sounded mellow, but there was a panic in her eyes. I felt a wave of sorrow. This young woman was going in for a biopsy of her cervix because atypical cells were present, a result of infection with a high-risk strain of HPV. I knew what that meant. She probably had HPV 16, the type that's most difficult for her body to clear and most likely to cause malignancy. If the infection persisted, her risk of developing cervical cancer was at least 40%. But I thought it over, she continued, and I decided that the pleasure I had with my partners was worth it.
What?
The audience was silent. How does one react to such a declaration? With applause? High fives? I hope all goes well next week, I said, and that you'll never have to worry about this again. But I knew it wasn't so simple. In a few days, she'll lie on a table with her feet in stirrups, a large electronic microscope inches from her vagina. With a bright light illuminating the site, The gynecologist will examine her cervix. He'll say something like, "This might be uncomfortable," then excise abnormal areas with a scalpel. It will hurt. She might have pain and discharge afterwards. Then she'll wait for a call with the results. Is she okay or not? The way I saw it, her story was a double catastrophe. For a young woman, she couldn't have been over 20. To even worry about having cancer was the first catastrophe. At this time in her life, she shouldn't be concerned about anything more serious than finals. The second catastrophe was her sentiment. The pleasure I had was worth it. Worth it? What's she talking about? Didn't she have the concerns I always hear? When was I infected? Last week or last year? And who was it, Kenny or Ron? Should I tell my current partner? Or my future ones? What about mom and dad? What does dysplasia mean anyhow? Could I really get cancer?
Yeah. So I read this book a few years back, and it establishes the truth, the medical truth, fact. It's not opinion. It flies in the face of today's value system being turned on its head with popular people like the Imagine Dragons and other entities, Kesha, many, many other entities, all within Hollywood, all Masons, all witches, all high-level people whose main goal is to spread their influence to get you away from Jesus Christ and to turn the children away from Jesus Christ, who cares about you and loves you and knows he made the bodies, so he knows what types of processes will cause you the most harm. And that's why there is a level of morality that he tells people to go to and to reject Rainbow Mafia, because the tenets of Rainbow Mafia sex are dangerous. They're dangerous. And God doesn't want you to get hurt. And they can't really compete with the facts of the medical science on this topic. So it's very irritating to me that sweet little children and sweet little Christian children are being influenced to listen to this person's music and to start making it during a school lesson and being taught witch handcraft. And I don't care if they say it's sign language. When you go back and you research sign language, a lot can be said about that. Okay, one of these days we're going to have to do a video on theosophy, and we're going to have to go into showing you who the entity was that brought sign language into being and what their spiritual proclivities were. So I'm real touch and go with sign language stuff. But when they start throwing 666 and referencing a crappy movie of the New Age, Doctor Strange, I'm so irritated right now. I hate my daughter's school. Doctor Strange. See, he's doing all this witchcraft magic, and my concern is that in school they have tons of New Agers, and they're trying to use this fanciful, fun. See, what's that? What's that? Garbage to teach New Age to the children under the auspices that, well, it's just fun. It's just interesting. I'm just trying to pick a song that everybody's going to like. Well, guess what? Not everybody likes it. So I'm kind of ticked off right now, to be perfectly honest. I'm sorry. This video started out talking about the Twilight Zone and showing you weird things, and I have more weird things to show you before it's over. But yeah, these are witches. This is the world pushing the children in the direction of shunning Jesus and going into witchcraft in 1,000 different little ways. And honestly, most parents are so spiritually dead. They don't care. They don't know. They have not the slightest clue. And now that churches have, for the most part, been shut down or made so difficult, you think the children are getting a good spiritual foundation? Well, mine are, because I actually give a care. But Yeah, I thought when he was talking about I thought he was saying Doctor Who, but I was wrong. I thought that. See, I'm not a big movie person, but then I was like, whoa, wait a minute. And then my daughter asked for permission to get out, and I said, yeah. But see, this is all about using the hands. This is masonry. This is witchcraft, using the hands to practice spells. That's what the Red Witch or whatever, Scarlet Witch or whatever. This is we've done videos on this girl. She's bald here for the show. They're into this whole, you know, he, she, divine androgyne. I'm so irritated that they take Christianity just out of schools and go, no, you cannot pray to Jesus. You can't do anything with Jesus. But then they bring in through the back door witchcraft and New Age.
I was afraid to even tell them that I was Christian. Even at my old school, I literally never want to tell teachers that I'm Christian because I'm afraid they might be mad at me and hate me.
Well, there are some Christian teachers out there, but they're sneaking things in through the curriculum and using them as a delivery system. What is this? This is a Shiva thing.
They even make me swing around the pool, whatever it is, you know, the pool noodles as lightsabers and hit each other, and I was forced to do that.
That is so stupid.
If I didn't, I would get in trouble.
Well, you can always sit out from those things. I know it must be hard though. Look, so this is Shiva stuff here, and this is what.
Also, my PE teacher was very strict, so if I didn't do the weird Star Wars freaking crap, I would have to sit out, and then I would have to stay with her.
I would have done that.
During recess time.
I would have done that. You didn't tell me about it until after it happened. So anyhow, I want to move on, but yeah, he was saying that these two signs and then putting them together and I guess drawing them apart is supposed to mean freedom in sign language. Look at how demonic that is.
Not that. It was supposed to be the veteran son thing. It's like, well, I sure as hell aren't doing freaking that.
Okay. So, yeah, that is just insane. I'm really, really upset. Okay, now, so the last thing that I wanted to share with you in the world of weird, let's see here. Yeah, right there. So, rapper Lil Wayne meets with Trump to help with the Platinum Plan. Now, I don't know exactly what they're referring to, Platinum Plan, but what does supposedly Christian Trump have to do with Masonic, I don't give a rip, witchcraft practitioner Lil Wayne? Nothing. It's because this whole thing is Wag the Dog. It's a big giant show. It's a whole game they're playing.
Hi, is this?
So, of course, they're trying to secure your vote by this popularity ploy, I guess. I don't know. Let me get rid of this.
Co-author of the new book, The Cost, Trump, China, and American Revival. The host.
American Revival? No. According to WHO, there will be no American Revival. This is about destroying the West, destroying Christianity. Show me Lil Wayne. Where is he in all of this? Because that's actually what I am looking for. That's weird. This video was supposed to be about that, but I actually didn't see anything about that. That's what I want to see. So, do you see the Wag the Dog Twilight Zone Lie Fest double-tongued tripidocious big fat Luciferian game playing that's going on here? I'm so annoyed. Oh no, I can't stand the Black Eyed Peas. That's not going to happen. Well, it's the same video, but you can see they're featured together. I actually had a dream that I was trying to give the gospel to Lil Wayne. And he was either he couldn't hear me or he didn't want to. I really don't remember which. I think they've had him in a skirt too. Reaction to Lil Wayne's endorsement of Donald Trump and the Platinum Plan. I don't know what they mean by Platinum Plan. See, all of these Masons are serving each other together. That's what's going on. Okay, so here's a nice big picture. I don't know what they're doing with the thumbs here. I'm really done with the thumbs up thing. I'm really sick of that. And, you know, they've tried to dress him to be conservative here. I mean, this is so wag the dog. You need to go look at that trailer if you've not seen that movie or don't know what I'm talking about. You absolutely have to go watch that video. This is Hollywood and the government showing their face as the one same entity of big fat giant Luciferian Masonic liars. That's what that is. They are one and the same. This dude is not a politician. He's an actor and a real estate guy, and he's had ties with the Russian mafia. And I know that they always try to like say that, oh, that's not the truth. But actually, Adam Green, No More News, has a 20-minute video. I don't recall what it's called. I'll see if I can find it for you. And it goes in and shows you all the dark dealings that he has. It doesn't really matter whether they're Jays or whether they're Russians or whether this or that. It doesn't matter. Adam's children do bad things. There is such a game of so much lying and deceit being played. And I'm really irritated with this whole thing. This guy, I can't tell you what any of his songs are except the one where he's talking about America being destroyed. I know that he does videos where he's demon possessed. This is actually going to be great for Lil Wayne's career. How much is he worth? 150 million. He is a bought man. Look at that. He has got tattoos all over his face. This is the devil's child. You too can sell your soul to the devil for $150 million. And it's temporary. Yeah. What is this? What is this? What? That's not Lil Wayne, though. I'm confused. I have seen him in all this weird girly stuff. I don't like that. Yeah, I've seen him in his weird little girly pants. I don't like those either. I don't know what that picture is, but I have seen him in this getup, and it looks awful. Okay, yeah, I've seen him in this getup. I mean, this is all about honoring Kabbalah, the divine androgyne. Okay, here he is looking like your grandmother. This is truly strange. But see, the devil has these people. What? He wants to know how far you're willing to go. Isn't that the picture of the face of the guy that knocks on your door that says, "I'm here to babysit your children"? I've never had babysitters for my children. Let me see here. Let me see. This is just strange. You are in the Twilight Zone now. Oh my goodness. That is, I'm sorry, but that is hideous. What were the comments? Goodness. Oh my goodness. So see him doing the 666 here? Okay, well, this is the sign for freedom. Look, her hands are closed. He was doing this sign, but with these fingers doing the 666.
That's hilarious.
No, it's not. It's evil.
Okay, but how many
It's
hands he has is hilarious.
Well, that's a Shiva thing. That's Hinduism.
Oh gosh, that just sounds so weird.
I can't type. I'm so upset. Hinduism, see?
I literally have to calm myself down with slime because of how stressed I am about what they're making us do.
I'm mad.
That's why I'm using my slime to calm myself down.
Okay. Unbelievable. Can't have Jesus in the schools, but they're gonna teach Hinduism and New Age through popular entertainment.
Oh.
And blend it with supposedly sign language. Unbelievable.
Actually,
Okay, that is about as much insanity as I can take for one afternoon. Friends, God bless you. Jesus is coming, and we are the sons of God if you are, in fact, in Christ, and we have victory through Jesus. Guaranteed. Thank you so much, and God bless you.